In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys 7 different ways on how you can actually get the beanstalk seed inside of Roblox Grow a Garden. Not the fruit, I'm talking the actual seed. So be sure to stay tuned, make sure you guys like the video and subscribe. And we're not going to waste any more time, let's get straight into it. So obviously, number one way to actually get this is buying it inside of the shop. That's probably the most common and the most obvious way is buying it inside of the shop. Now, this thing actually gets added, I want to say like once every like couple days. It's extremely rare to get added. The chance of the beanstalk being added to the shop is a 0.03% chance of being added, which is insanely low. Like you thought 1% was low, it's even lower than half of 1%. 0.03%. That is absolutely insane. So it is extremely rare to get added to the shop, but you can buy it inside of here. Now, what you also can do is simply just straight up buy it with Robux. That is the second way to get it. You can literally just, buy it with Robux and go from there if you really wanted to, but I know a lot of players don't want to spend 715 Robux on one single seed, which is super understandable. That's why we have 5 other ways in which you guys can get this seed. So you can buy it if you get lucky enough, or you could just straight up just pay Robux for it right now. There's another way in which you guys can get it, but you're going to need to be pretty lucky. So inside of Grow a Garden, there's this thing called Lucky Harvest, and basically what that means is when you actually go and collect a fruit, there is a small chance that you actually can get the seed of the fruit that you actually collect. So if you went around and collected a bunch of these strawberries, there's a good chance that I might actually get a free strawberry seed, and that same thing can be applied with beanstalks. Now, if you don't actually have the beanstalk seed in place already, there is also a chance that you could get it. According to the wiki, you're able, it's very slim chance, but if you're going and stealing fruits from other people's gardens, there is a small chance that you could actually get the Lucky Harvest and get the actual seed, but it is extremely rare. Now, if you actually have a snail on your garden, this is a pet you can obtain inside of the game. It'll give you an additional 5% chance of, getting the Lucky Harvest, of yielding a free seed. And if you have other snails as well, it also does stack. So if you have just an inventory full of snails, that is a way which you could do it as well. But if you don't have the beanstalk seed in the first place, then there's really no way in which you could yield the seed. But what if I told you that there is a couple pets inside of the game that you're able to get very lucky. You have to get very lucky, and there's a chance that these pets can actually dig up the seed, and that is going to be the dog. And as you guys can see right here, this is what the dog looks like. It's inside of the common egg, so you don't need an extremely rare egg to get this. Has a 33% hatch rate, so I mean, it's pretty common to get. Probably one of the most common pets you can get inside of the game. But the thing I want to point out here is its passive ability is every 60 seconds. It has a 5% chance to dig up a random seed, and that's any seed that's inside of the seed shop. This is not event exclusive seed. But keep in mind, this is going to be extremely rare, and on top of that, it's just gonna be really rare. But don't worry, there is good news. Don't worry. If you get the golden lab pet, which I believe is inside of the same egg, let's go over and check it out. This one, instead of a 5% chance, has a 10% chance, so it's 2 times as likely. If we go over here to the pet egg area, the golden lab right here has literally the same exact percentage as the dog, but it's literally better. It's literally twice as good, but it's the same percentage. So I don't know if you could actually stack these if you have multiple dogs, that they will dig up more. It might be a possibility. Please comment down below if you guys know the answer, if you could actually stack the dogs and the golden lab. But that's one way, but you have to be extremely lucky, but it can dig it up, and you don't need to actually buy it from the main seed shop right here. But there's still yet another way in which you guys can get this. You can also get it from the red fox as well. This is obtained by the mythical egg, and it has a 1% hatch chance, which is extremely rare. But you guys can see right here, the passive ability, it attempts to steal, also known as, duplicating it. Doesn't really like steal it, it just duplicates it. A seed from another user's plot every 10 minutes. But the rarer the seed, the lower chance of it succeeding. So there is a strategy that I've heard around this, which I don't know if it it really works, but if you have one of these foxes and you're inside of a server with one other person and that person has the beanstalk seed, that you're able, if only they have the beanstalk seed on the ground, that the fox has a way easier chance of stealing it, which actually kind of makes sense because if it's their only plant that they have on their garden, the fox has no other choice but to steal that one seed on their plot. So that is one way to go about it, but if you have the red fox right there, your best bet is just to join public servers until you find somebody with the beanstalk seed and then hope that your red fox goes and steals it. So just to recap everything, you could buy it from the shop, you can spend Robux on it, you can get it inside of the lucky harvest, and also if you have a snail, you can get it that way because that also increases the chance of the lucky harvest. You can get it with the red fox and steal other players' seeds, or you could use the dog. That's one way, and you could also use the golden lab, which is another. So that right there is 7 different ways in which you can get the beanstalk seed inside of Roblox Grow a Garden. I'm curious to know how many people watching this video actually has one. Comment down below if you have one or if you don't have one. I'm very, very curious. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. Have a great day as always. Peace out and goodbye.